We're surrounded by all this incredible engineering that we just never see, but it's the stuff that literally shapes our world. Today, we're going to dive into a story about incredible precision, raw power, and a quiet revolution that's happening right now on factory floors. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What do a skyscraper, a high-performance supercar, and, say, a server rack all have in common? I mean, they seem worlds apart, right? But believe it or not, they share this one fundamental and surprisingly complex secret.
The answer? It's corners. Yeah, I know, it sounds almost laughably simple, doesn't it? But think about it. Creating a perfect, strong, repeatable corner in a piece of metal. Not once, but thousands, even millions of times. That is a massive, massive manufacturing challenge. And honestly, solving that one problem is the key to building pretty much everything we rely on.
Right. So in today's world, especially in manufacturing, it's just a hyper-competitive landscape. There is absolutely zero room for error. You've got manufacturers in this constant race for more precision, more speed, and better efficiency. Really, just to stay in the game. The pressure is always on to be better, faster, and a whole lot smarter.
And here is the absolute core of the problem. Trying to make all these perfect corners by hand? Forget about it. It's incredibly slow, it's just asking for errors, and it creates this huge mountain of wasted material, and of course, wasted money. So the big question is, how do you solve this fundamental bottleneck that's holding back modern production?
Well, you solve it with a machine that's built for one single purpose: engineering perfection. Folks, meet the corner former. This is a specialized piece of equipment designed to completely automate what used to be a really painstaking manual process.
So what is this thing exactly? Well, you can think of it as an automated powerhouse. It takes a flat sheet of metal, and then it performs a whole series of actions, all automatically, to create a totally flawless corner. And it does it every single time. The keywords here, the ones that really matter, are accurate and repeatable. That's the real magic of automation, right?
What's so cool is that the machine combines three distinct operations into one smooth process. First, it bends the metal to the exact angle you need. Then, boom, it punches any holes or forms that are required. And finally, it cuts the metal to its precise length. All of that happens in one single, streamlined unit.
And this thing is incredibly versatile. It can handle all the workhorses of modern industry. We're talking lightweight aluminum, perfect for aerospace, conductive copper for all our electronics, and of course, super strong steel for construction. This versatility is exactly what makes it so indispensable across a massive range of industries.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. See, different industries have totally different needs, right? So there are actually two distinct models of this machine, and each one has its own unique personality, if you will.
The best way to think about them is like this. On one hand, you have the Sprinter. This one is all about pure, raw, high-volume speed. And on the other hand, you have the Surgeon, which is designed for that intricate, high-stakes, super precision work. It's like two totally different philosophies for solving the same core problem. And the differences in how they get the job done, well, they're just fascinating.
All right, let's break it down. The Sprinter, the CFCM 30EH, has 3 independent power packs. What does that mean? It means it can bend, punch, and cut all at the same time. It's an absolute workhorse, perfect for stuff like electrical panels when you need to crank out thousands of identical parts, and you need to do it fast. Now, the Surgeon, the CFCM 30ES, is a different beast altogether. It's all about control. It's got these incredible features like a digital angle indicator and something called elastic return compensation. All that really means is it's smart enough to account for the metal's natural tendency to spring back a little after it's been bent. This allows it to handle really complex shapes with the kind of pinpoint accuracy you absolutely have to have in fields like aerospace or high-end automotive.
So, okay, we've got these incredibly powerful machines, but so what? What does this actually mean for the world around us? Well, this is where we really start to see the ripple effect, how one single piece of technology can completely transform entire industries.
The impact really just boils down to a few massive advantages. First, you get extreme precision and consistency, which, of course, leads to a much better final product. Second, the speed boost is just enormous, which jacks up your overall efficiency. And hey, when you combine higher quality with way faster production, what do you get? You get significant cost savings. It's a win-win-win. And those advantages, they translate directly into real-world results. For any company out there, this is basically the trifecta. You're making better products, you're making them way faster, and you're wasting a lot less money and material while you do it. It is an absolute game changer.
Let's look at some examples. In the automotive industry, just think about it. Every single car is packed with metal brackets, reinforcements, and body panels, and they all have to fit together with perfect alignment. Well, this is the machine that makes that level of precision possible on a massive, massive scale.
Then you've got aerospace, where the stakes are, well, sky high. These parts have to withstand the most extreme conditions imaginable, and even a tiny, microscopic imperfection could have catastrophic consequences. This machine is what delivers the insane tolerances required for absolute safety and peak performance.
And what about construction and architecture? Look around our cities. This technology is behind everything from those custom metal facades you see on skyscrapers to the internal structural elements holding it all up, and even the complex HVAC ductwork that keeps us all comfortable.
Or how about electrical panel manufacturing? Inside those really critical electrical boxes, this machine is what ensures that the enclosure has the perfect structural integrity and the perfect fit it needs to meet incredibly strict safety codes. Because when you're dealing with electricity, there is just no room for close enough.
So let's pull it all together. What's the big takeaway here? It's about so much more than just one cool machine, right? It's really about what it takes to gain that crucial automated edge in our fast-moving world.
At the end of the day, the corner former is the perfect example of how targeted automation isn't just about replacing manual labor. That's not the point. It's about empowering entire industries to reach new levels of quality and efficiency that, frankly, just weren't even possible before.
You hear this technology described as something that is truly revolutionizing sheet metal processing, something that allows companies to stay competitive in today's fast-paced industrial environment. See, it's not just about surviving anymore. It's about thriving. So I want to leave you with this one thought. The next time you see a perfectly smooth metal laptop case, or a sleek new appliance, or even a skyscraper glinting in the sun, maybe, just maybe, you'll see it a little differently now.
And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? As this kind of technology gets smarter and even more accessible, what other parts of our world are just waiting for their own automated revolution? What everyday object that you use is going to be perfected next? Thanks for joining me.